Well, the thing is, if you always do the fair, it's easy. But you can fall down and use grab instead. Like, I feel like some people have the idea that every move will be parried in the future. But that's not how it works. You can adjust timings on your aerials to do it early, do it late, or not doing it at all. Like it's many different ways to do it. Also, I'm not sure. Oh, Void probably did this already, but down air, if you hit with a reverse hit of the down air, it always sends towards you. While if you hit with the front, you go away. I want to see if I can do weak hit fair, land on platform with weak hit fair, and then up smash. Like carry from the ground. Damn, they go nowhere. Let's test around here. Okay, no, it seems to be like set knockback more or less. Yeah, I saw that Leffen messed around with upper conversions. I think someone said you need to have rage. I'm not sure if that's true or not. Can I explain Mewtwo's weaknesses? Yeah, sure. Mewtwo is a very light character, so he dies early. Like, he flies very, very far. Like, before this patch, he was lighter than Pikachu, which is pretty crazy since he's so big. And then his tail also works like a hurt box. So if you hit only his tail, you still hit Mewtwo. So the fact that he dies early, combined with being such a big target, and even bigger than people might think since you can hit his tail as well, makes that it's very hard to get out of like combos and disadvantage positions. That's like the main stuff in his weakness, that he's just very, like, once you hit him, it's very hard for him to get his footing back. I feel like a lot of people, when they hear buff or nerf, they always, like, a lot of people tend to think that it's like a big one. But like, if you say like, oh, this move kills at let's just say 150, and then like, oh, it got buffed and it kills at 149, it's like, you know, that's technically a buff, but it doesn't do much. Like Mewtwo's weight buff, yes, it helps, but it's not that much, you know. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this either, but if you do like single hit fair, if they're grounded, you go up, right? But if they are in the air, oh fuck. If they are in the air and you do single hit fair, they go down instead. So that can create like, it's a little bit like Greninja doing drag down up air. I know first hit fair into up smash. I know it combos. But we're trying to experiment more. Because if you do first hit fair on the ground, they go up. But if you do first hit fair in the air, they go down again. And I think that could be a good mix-up when first hit fair up smash doesn't kill. Yeah, if you do 2 hits, they go away like that. So sometimes single hits can set up for like different stuff. Like you can do up smash, up air. Can you lock with a gun? You can knock over with a gun if that's what you mean. And then you can do into double jab. It knocks over Lucina around 120. How do you think Joker will do tier wise? Somewhere between mid and high. Is what I currently think. No, I think Joker is fun, but I do not see top tier material. I do not see top tier material. Any use of up tilt? Yeah, I would say so. It's quite a bit worse when you have when you don't have Persona, but it can still be pretty good. It can still be pretty good. If you do like, you can do a little bit of conversions like that. Cuppers, I really like the game, but what some people might not know is that even though I really like the game, trying to compete at the highest level it is a very draining lifestyle. And when I competed in Melee, which is a game where I was already like #1 or one at the top spots for many years, I still spent like roughly 6 months a year away from home. Which means that, you know, a lot of things that I might, or I wanted to do at home, I kind of couldn't do it a lot of the times. I couldn't really be around for a lot of things I wanted to. And overall, it's like the competitive lifestyle is very, very stressful as well. And I started competing back in 2005. Like, I recently turned 26, and I've gone to tournaments for over 14 years of my life. Nah, every character is not good as long as people play with it. People might think that some characters is good, or are good because of it, but some characters will suck ass. Just because someone is amazing at the game and do alright with a character doesn't mean that the character is good. Edmonton Ultimate specifically, even then I would not say so. Like, Piranha Plant is, compared to many other characters, bad. Same thing with Little Mac. I will say though that this game is much more balanced than many other games, but some characters are still ass. How do you do the gun slide? So okay, you short hop, right? You jump and you press B, keep holding B, and then just hold right. So jump, shoot, keep holding like the B button, and you just hold forward or backwards if that's what you want to do. If you want to have more perfect timing on it, you can like delay the B input a tiny bit, and you will like slide more on the ground. Yeah, it looks cool. I agree. But yeah, not really too good. It's actually a pretty common topic on this stream. Like how people like rank characters early and they're like 100% convinced. Like, I'm not saying it's wrong to have like, you know, ideas of like, oh, I think this character is this good or this bad based on this, and this. But a lot of people get like certain about characters way too quick. Like, I normally say like, do you guys remember when Meta Knight was broken in this game? When he had to be nerfed because he was too good? Like, it's been a lot of those cases in this game already. But yeah, another reason I don't really like the entire nerf talk is because like a lot of people, instead of focusing on improving, they focus more on like trying to complain enough so they can get a character nerfed. Like, just imagine if all the effort some people put into complaining about characters that they have to get nerfed. Imagine if they spent all those hours to work to become a better player. Imagine how much better a lot of players would be if they had that approach. Because let's be real, like, it's very few players in the world that loses matches because of matchups or characters. Very few. In this game, I would say currently it's no one doing it really, because no one is amazing at this game yet. They might look amazing relative to like other people, but in the grand scheme of things, this game is still incredibly new. This is like in the baby stages. Because what I normally say is that even if like, let's say Olimar, Pichu, Inkling, Peach, whatever character it might be, even if all these characters get nerfed, people that go 0-2 at their locals or don't even attend locals but loses like online, they are not going to become amazing players just because some characters got nerfed. And I think that's like part of like the whole thing, that people think that, oh, if this cheap tactic, if this broken character gets nerfed, then, you know, everything is going to be fine. Like, I'm going to be so much better. But the problem is that they're just going to complain about the new character. And it's kind of like a lot of these people get like, what do you say? When some of these nerfs happens, it's almost like their beliefs get justified. Like, oh, these characters got nerfed. Alright, now I can complain even more. No, Poon, I don't expect a character to necessarily have to win immediately, but what I do okay, no, I don't expect it, but I would hope that more people would give things time to figure out. Because, as I said earlier, like, people demanded nerfs on Meta Knight. Where do we see Meta Knight? Imagine if we listened to all these people that said Meta Knight needs to get nerfed. Imagine if we listened to these people. Meta Knight would be worse than he is now. And I think most people would agree that, you know, people ran into a conclusion that the character is super good, but he wasn't. Most likely. So what's not to say that people are rushing into conclusions now when the game is still, like, relatively new? Like, it takes a very long time to optimize games. And I think most people don't really try to optimize things, so they don't understand how long time a lot of things do take to optimize. They just want to have all the answers right away, without no effort, no work, and that's it. Okay, I'll explain why I don't for the most part, don't like the example that great soccer or football, as we call it over here, analysts that suck at playing can still be good at analyzing the game. These people have it as a job in by far most cases. They're working with that like an insane amount of hours a week, while the average Reddit opinion is like people that don't actually know anything whatsoever about the game from an objective standpoint. I do agree that some people that are not good players can be very knowledgeable about the game, but in Smash they are rare. They are rare. They do exist, but they are rare. The average person on Reddit actually have no fucking clue. They are still allowed to have an opinion, obviously, but the average Redditor don't really know anything about high-level Smash. That is the truth. My most happy moment in Smash history? It was probably winning Genesis 2. It was my first Super Major. I had competed in Smash for 6.5 years with the goal of becoming #1 in the world. And I got second at 3 Super Majors prior to that in the US, where I got second to Mango, Hungerbox, and PPMD, and it felt so hopeless, and I just felt like it was my destiny to be a loser almost, you know? And it was so rough. So when I finally won Genesis 2, it was like, even if I never won a tournament in my life again, at the very least I could say I was the best in the world for one day. So I was like, you know, that was good enough for me in one way. It was good enough. Like, at least for one day, I would have been the best. And I could have lived with that.